share it all over to our pages real quick, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll.
How'd you get yours to stay up like that, Tim? Yeah. Oh, you're also like way closer.
Yeah, you gotta pretty much hug the table now. That way I don't have to
Still
lean
looking good?
forward.
I don't know. I'm off the page now. Sorry. You should be fine though. I always leave a little bit of leeway in all 4 directions before D space.
Time?
I don't know, man. Nothing. I don't have a brain. You guys are gonna have to. You guys are gonna have to carry this entire thing. 'Cause I'm probably not gonna be able to talk.
Tim and Vince show.
Tim and Vince show.
I'm just gonna be crying the entire time.
Sorry. I'm trying to get fresh with you. Unless you want me to. I got about 3 sips of black IPA in me. But
Doesn't
Feel good.
doesn't
Feel
even
good.
take that much.
good already. Oh, it's so toasty and delicious. Love it.
It is one of the. It's got to be in my top 5, I think.
I remember if I've
Top
had this
5
one.
beers?
Yeah.
No, is that gonna be our next?
Ooh, good one. Genius.
Your top
Are we
5?
gonna? Is that what we're gonna talk about? Is that
It's funny. We have a little bit of forced perspective on the camera. So like you look like a hobbit sitting next to like Gandalf. That's all right. I think people can be cool with it.
You're like what, 6'1"?
2-ish.
Okay, so he's not even that much taller than me. So I'm gonna go Gandalf.
I meant
We're
just
like
from
about the
forced
same.
perspective.
And I'm also apparently I got a pillow.
Oh yeah.
Since he bitches so much about his butt. I
My
did-
bony ass is not great on wood.
And you start squatting some of them logs or cutting. Build up them.
My big boy ass just came in, and it's still not enough. Are we live yet?
Well, we're always live.
Oh,
Always.
I'm just sharing everything to the
Always.
proper channels.
Yeah.
oh. So nobody's nobody'd watch anyway.
We don't know that yet, okay? I shared it to my own personal page, so if people don't just start flocking, I don't know what we'll do. So long. Goodbye.
Everybody hurts
Let's get the garage band set up and we'll be ready to rock and roll.
sometimes.
Hopefully my computer doesn't crash again. The stream went really well last week. I don't know if you guys watched.
Yeah, other than
It was great until the 5 minutes
the
of-
freeze.
The 5 minutes of Frozen.
Vince had a stupider face than me.
Is everybody getting good?
Yeah,
Good to the
we got the headphone.
headphones.
yeah.
the
sound
headphonies.
Great. Sounding good.
All around me are familiar faces. One.
Can we still hear good?
Or
Is
does
everybody still good? In the
Yeah.
headphones?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Just making sure.
Bleep, bleep, bloop, bloop, bloop.
Vince, this
What?
hurts a lot to say, but I'm gonna say it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I'm ready.
I don't think I'm ever gonna argue with you on anything relating football ever again. I think I have officially bowed to your opinions. Everything you say ends up being right in the long run, and it's, my opinion's stupid, and I'm just gonna roll with what you say from now on.
what was it? What were you right about?
Yeah,
Ryan Tannehill.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, I think
Um,
we have both been saying that. You've just had the wool over your eyes.
I think we need to give Coach of the Year award to Arthur Smith. When he was our offense coordinator in Tennessee, he made Ryan Tannehill statistically one of the top 5 quarterbacks for 2 years in a row.
They remember stats don't mean everything.
They don't mean anything.
I wouldn't go that far, but
So we are recording this Saturday night after the Tennessee Titans playoff game. We had to record Saturday night because I was trying to be flexible and work with everybody's playoff schedules. This just seemed to bet. Normally we record Sunday afternoon, but the Rams play at 2:00 on Sunday, so we couldn't really do anything there. So I figured we'd just do Saturday night real quick. Watch Titans beat up on the Bengals real quick, and then we'll get in here, record, and everything will be good. We'll celebrate 200 episodes of Garage Talk Podcast. Shit hit the wall fast. The Tennessee Titans have lost to the Bengals, and I think I seem pretty cool, calm, and collected on the outside, right? I'm doing a pretty good job here.
Yeah.
I mean, you definitely seem somber.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. I might be done with football.
I feel like I've heard this story before.
When?
It's a broken
I'm serious. Like I don't think
It's a broken record.
I don't think I'm going to be watching the game tonight. Packers and Niners. I just don't care. I truly do not care. I might not play fantasy football next year either.
Are you still going to be a commissioner?
Probably not. I think football is completely dead to me right now. And 9 sacks. We sacked Joe Burrow 9 times.
You turned him into hamburger.
What?
You turned him into hamburger.
What does that mean?
Ground beef.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I am in a lot of deep agony inside right now, and I think the only outcome is if football and I took a little break from each other.
That's what the off season's for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Probably by March I'll be ready to go again.
Yeah.
But as of now, I don't care about the Super Bowl. That's weird for me to say. That's my favorite holiday. I don't care right now. Tom Brady could win for all. Tom Brady could re-sign with the Patriots, and then they could win the Super Bowl right now for all I care. Alabama could win the Super Bowl for all I care.
Wow.
The Indianapolis Colts could win the Super Bowl right now, and I would not care.
Whoa.
It's
Tyler.
Jesus.
It's the same old song and dance every year. They build me up. They make me feel good. They give me something to work with, and they crush my heart. And I don't know how much more on a serious like physical level. I don't know how much more my actual heart can take. Like we're pushing heart attack levels of stress here.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
There's nothing to say.
Yeah.
Tannehill pissed the game away down his leg.
Yeah. It was
3 interceptions.
That one wasn't necessarily
Which
his
one?
fault.
Which
The last one.
Well, the last one, he should have thrown at that ball anyway. He shouldn't have thrown that ball. And also, I shouldn't have to hold my breath every single time the ball comes spiraling out of his fingers.
Yeah.
Also, the 3rd down and 1, the quarterback read that he chose to keep. Terrible decision.
Yeah.
Abysmal play call on 4th and 1. It's hard because the Bengals didn't beat us. I think that's the toughest part right now is we were the better team in all aspects of the game.
Yeah, like looking at the stats, like if you just looked at stats and not the final score, you'd be like, this is probably a pretty
Joe
close
Burrow.
game.
Joe Burrow did not throw a touchdown.
You were the better defensive team, but you still,
we ran all over him. Offensively, we ran the ball all over him.
They tackled Henry behind the lines a couple times.
Yeah, a couple times. We had a grand total of like 100 and some yards rushing.
140.
Yeah.
To be exact.
But how many yards passing? Oh wow! Actually, you guys had more yards.
We were the better team, and we beat ourselves.
Yeah,
we
like I
beat
said,
ourselves.
Just looking at if you looked at the stats, didn't see the final score, you'd be like, okay, it's probably a close game, but it looks like the Titans probably won this. When you see 9 sacks to 1, and the Bengals punted more than you guys, more penalties, you'd just be like, okay, yeah, it looks probably like. The Titans probably came out. Oh, okay, they lost by a field goal. Okay.
Yeah.
So, is the city of Cincinnati now on your shit list, or are you? Or
No,
is
no,
the
no.
City of
It's
Nashville.
No, Ryan Tannehill is taking the
okay.
entire
the brunt of it.
the entire force of my wrath. Yeah, I've already shattered my Titans mug.
Oh no!
Went out back, threw that against the ground very angrily. I actually hurt my arm because I threw so hard and there was no weight. So I'm a little injured. I don't know.
Emotionally and physically. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of speechless. it all just comes back to I don't care about football anymore.
I don't believe you. But
I don't even know if I do either. As of now, though, like I'm it's like it's football's it's like a drug. You know that's it. I'm done. I got really high. And I'm coming down now, and I feel terrible myself for relapsing. I'm such a piece of shit. I hate myself. I'm done. That's it. I'm standing my ground. I'm no longer going to allow this addiction to rule over my life anymore. That's it. I'm putting my foot down. Tomorrow I'm going to be shooting up once again. It's inevitable.
yeah.
I want to quit so bad.
Yeah.
Is there an AA for football? FA? Football's Anonymous.
Usually it has to do with gambling when you. That's
Vince,
probably
back to my superstitions. It's my fault. The Titans
God, shut up.
I researched how to get into the LA Stadium without a vaccine for the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I scheduled a vaccine to get a vaccination in order to go to the Super Bowl to watch the Titans play. So yeah, it's completely my fault that the Titans lost. I looked too far ahead.
So now you're not. God, shut up. Don't let that takes away from the fact that Ryan Tannehill is a bad quarterback.
What do we? Okay, how about this? We trade Ryan Tannehill to the Packers. And a first-round pick for Aaron Rodgers.
Stop. He's supposed to come to Denver.
No, you guys are getting Russ. Hell,
I'm getting Russ.
Okay, let's give Ryan Tannehill and a first-round pick to Seattle for Russell Wilson. I don't care at this point. Like if Mariota was our quarterback, we win that game.
If Vince Young was your quarterback, we win that game.
Anybody.
If I was your quarterback, you would.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah,
Tim, you never see me sling the ball.
He had a pass. He had a pass to AJ Brown, 5 yards away from him, running across. I could have hit that pass. He threw it behind him, and it was an incomplete.
He had that good one. That
that
tie up.
He
TD,
lost the game.
mean,
I'm glad he played well. He lost the game. And I was very upset with radio affiliates and analysts and ESPN talking heads this week. Said, well, Derrick Henry's back. I just don't know if Ryan Tannehill's the one. I'm like, oh, stop it. You've never watched him play. Ryan Tannehill could put the team on his back anytime.
There's a reason why they're analysts, man.
He put the team on his back and walked the wrong way.
Yeah.
He walked backwards.
Yeah. When your first play of the game is an interception, it's hard to kind of shake that off, it seems like.
It was you're good. It reminded me of the Super Bowl when the snap went over Peyton Manning's head.
ED.
Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to be alone in this sorrow because I feel like
you're not. I've been in this boat since the regular season.
Yeah.
So
his team hasn't seen the playoffs in 5 years.
We are no better than the Broncos. I had, and that's another reason we lost. I had a clip pulled up from our podcast before the season where you said the Broncos would finish as well, if not better, than the Titans at the end of the season. You got a head start on a coaching search. Good for you. What do we have? Nothing.
Hey, Mike Vrabel might be coach of the year.
No, I told you, give it to Arthur Smith. For him to make Tannehill a literal top 5 quarterback, the ability to do that elevated him to sainthood at that point. It's incredible. I don't know.
It's rough, man. I'm sorry, but
speaking of,
I thought about destroying more Titans gear, but I have too much money invested. Couldn't do it quite yet. But yeah, as of now, football and I are broken up. It's kind of like that relationship that always gets broken up and then they end up back together the next day. Yeah. Everybody's had that friend.
See, I'm a little disappointed you've already stripped down from your Titans gear. It's like I feel after a tough loss, you have to wear that pain for at least another day, like even the day after. I know it doesn't help, but it's just.
Tim,
it makes me feel like a better fan.
I do not need any sort of self-satisfaction about my fandom. I have gone above and beyond. I've done more for this team than Ryan Tannehill has. Yeah. I don't need to prove anything to anybody, especially myself. Yeah. So, yeah, the Titans gear is off right now because I was borderline going to tear it off of my chest. And that jersey was expensive, Tim. And the hat, I was going to stomp on it and burn it in a fire.
Okay.
But I exhibited a little bit of self-control and took it off.
Yeah.
So yeah, my life is in shambles. And I think we should probably just move on because there's nothing more for me to say except for that inside. Like this hurts worse, I think, than any sort of breakup I've ever gone through. This is one of the most painful moments of my life on the inside. And I can't have alcohol. My life is in shambles.
I don't know if I've ever taken a loss so hard that I've thrown up. That would be the limit for me on comparing those two.
I do feel a little
Yeah.
nauseous.
Yeah.
I haven't physically vomited yet, but
Yeah.
I should have after that last interception. The game was in our hands. Okay, we're done. Anyway, guys, this is the Garage Talk Podcast episode number 200. 200.
Woo!
We
We
made
did it.
My name is Tyler. With me is Vince
That's me.
and Tim.
And me.
And wow, so this year 2022 has been the year of lists. So now we are going to go over our favorite podcasts in order from 200 worst podcast to number 1 as being the best overall pod. I'm just kidding. We won't do that. We don't.
Starting with number 200, episode number 1.
Oh,
Because-
that's because you weren't on there, Tim. That was a great episode. We were doing great until you showed up. It all went downhill.
Well, and I would like to announce my official resignation. I think there's, I guess I haven't been on. There's probably.
Is this a bit, or are you
190?
actually quitting the podcast?
You know, I've been thinking about it a lot. No, actually, I don't know what else I would do. it's like a scheduled play date that I gotta go drink with a couple guys every week.
Yeah.
It seems so silly.
Off the top of your head, though,
But-
what was your favorite episode of recording? Even if it turned out terribly, do you have one?
The one that we'll never see ever.
The episode that shall not be.
Yeah,
The one with Grady?
yeah.
That was a great one.
It was a great one that no one will ever hear.
We still have Vince's audio.
Yeah.
Dude, release the audio, damn it.
Let everybody. It's like a choose your own adventure.
Yeah, release the audio.
It's funny that's your favorite because like it wasn't even us. Like we had to bring in outside help.
Grady's is
I
great
felt like
speaker.
I don't remember a whole lot of it, but I remember it being really fun. We got nice and loose.
It got a little weird.
Yeah, and it was like 2 hours long.
Oh, it was like 2.5. It was bad. What was your favorite episode, Vince?
It's all a blur. My favorite, probably, doing the bit, Professor Vince or whatever.
So
where-
the Patreon
you're-
that most people can. Actually, it's on the YouTube page.
yeah,
Oh,
Professor Dr. Vince.
yeah.
Gave
I mean,
us
we
a
recorded
little-
that. I think we recorded that same day, and I think it was a Game of Thrones episode too.
Ooh, I forgot about our Game of Thrones reviews. Those were good.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
We have so many good ones. I don't know how I can pinpoint out a favorite. I think one of my most favorite was probably the Plague March Madness
Oh, yeah.
bracket. That one was a lot of fun. All of our
Yeah.
March Madnesses brackets were a lot of fun. Everybody should go listen to those.
The Irish bracketology was.
Irish
kinda fun.
bracketology,
Mhm.
Plague bracketology. And then the superhero one was all right. It was still
Yeah.
good, but it
Yeah.
wasn't. I don't think it was as good.
I feel like that one gives a little bit more leeway for discussion because they're fictional characters, whereas the other ones are kind of like actual things. Like
Yeah, the Dancing Plague still for me is the greatest plague of all time. And we don't have to go back down that rabbit hole. But
Well, we didn't know at that time. COVID is probably would have made it a couple
It
more
probably might have gone
rounds.
on to the next
yeah,
round.
we definitely underestimated. That's another thing. I remember.
listen, it was
I don't know.
March. It had just come out. We're like, okay, it's no big deal.
Yeah, I remember. That like the week that sports stopped, or no, it was like the week before sports stopped. Like everybody started talking about it, and I was like, yeah, it's probably just like the flu. Like if you're old, it'll be. You
heard it here
you
first,
might
people.
be
Tim's
you
a
might be
flu
worried.
guy. He's a
No.
COVID flu guy.
That's the thing, but it's because I started hearing about it. Like, if you're young, you'll be fine, and then that didn't.
the only
age-
people
that
that were
didn't age-
dying at the
that
time
didn't
were
age
Italians.
well.
You know, like
It hadn't even made it to the U.S. yet. I don't
Yeah.
think it was just
We were
barely
just
there.
waiting.
And then like literally next week, sports stopped.
we jinxed
Everything
it.
stopped.
We jinxed it, Vince. We are the
School-
ones. We single-handedly
school
caused
went-
COVID.
School went down, and then
Stupidest thing.
what we decided to go jump a fence at Pius to go film a sprinting video.
Allegedly.
I don't think we had the school name in the video at all, did we? Or is it just right there in the back?
I mean, they had something. That was on the bleachers. Whatever. They can't.
Do you want me to move it?
No.
What are they
It
gonna?
just keeps going like this, like
The
very
weight's
slowly.
very top heavy.
What are they gonna do? Come after us for trespassing 2 years ago? Nothing happened.
Oh, I don't care. I was just curious.
Yeah, what's the statute of limitations on breaking and entering?
Yeah, probably. Well, it
we
depends
didn't-
if it's a
we didn't
Catholic
break
institution.
anything.
At least 2 years, I think we're good. Yeah, I think we should have a little bit of thanks to make it to 200 episodes. We should thank some people. I think our patrons,
Yeah. Even
Matt,
though, even
Ron, and Bob. Thank you.
though. Whoa, we have
Thank you, guys.
3.
You've always had 3. We had more until everybody
Oh,
that
my-
you two
yeah.
know dropped out. But thank you to them. Obviously, thanks to producer Ron. He's carried us a long way. Thank you to Larry and Adamos. Thank you to Deborah and the Groom Room.
Oh, happy belated birthday to Larry.
To Larry, happy birthday, Larry, from Adamos Physics. I don't know how old he is, but he's got to be getting pretty old.
Doesn't look a day
Doesn't-
over 30.
He looks, yeah,
Yeah.
he looks good.
Mhm.
Thanks to Alyssa, Tim's wife,
Yeah.
for, I mean, this is a weekly thing,
Mhm.
and it's, I mean, I know the episode's usually only about an hour, but we're usually here for a large chunk of our Sundays.
Yeah.
So
So thanks to
Well,
Alyssa.
I'd probably be over here watching football anyways, but
Yeah, but
maybe.
still, give her some credit. Jeez.
You can thank my kitties then.
Thanks
Yeah.
to Vince's
Just-
cats. I was going to say some of his other significant others that have been sprinkled out through the last
Yeah.
couple of years. No thanks to them.
Yeah, we don't need to thank them.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
Thanks to Robin for dealing with us. And
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, there's nights where like tonight, she's tucking the kids in all by herself and is a champion. So
Mhm.
thanks. Am I missing anybody? I think that's everybody. Thanks, everybody listening. Probably Grady and Matt get an extra shout out for 200 episodes.
Mhm.
They've been around a long time. Or anybody who's just listened in general,
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Even
All-
once. Even
all-
just once.
The tens of you that are.
Stop disrespecting the numbers, Tim. You're killing me.
I gave us double digits. I feel like I'm pretty.
You did?
I said that's why I said tens.
In his
and not
crediting,
like,
he gave us double
Oh my
digits, is what he's
God.
saying.
Yeah.
And then, obviously,
I could be up to 100 or 99. I mean, the tens of people.
oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like the way
There you go.
I like the way Tim looks at this. Not quite to the hundreds yet. We will
Yeah.
ashamedly admit
Mhm.
that.
Maybe at episode 400 we'll get there.
Probably not. But and then big shout out. Ooh, let's get a little drink up a little bit. Drink.
Cheers. Yeah.
Cheers. Time to get a little sentimental. Thank
200.
you to you guys
Aw.
for showing up every week.
Yeah.
I still don't know why you do it. I don't know why I do it, but we do it. And it's been very fun.
Do-do.
And so
Doo-doo.
I got you guys some gifts
What?
What?
for 200 episodes.
Oh.
This was a surprise. Oh!
The Henny.
Is this like in reference to Shannon Sharp or something?
No, it's just
oh my
a.
gosh.
It's the fanciest
I
bottle
don't.
that we
I
can
never.
afford on the
I've,
budget.
I've never had Henny.
Put it up to camera so
You
we only
have
have
it?
you got 2 bottles of Hennessy.
About to get weird.
Real weird.
It's about to get weird.
And then
Going to-
also,
Does that mean
also,
we have to go to a strip club then?
yeah, absolutely.
Hennessy?
And then we got some club
Oh!
seats to Lincoln Stars here in a couple
What?
weekends.
Oh! That's awesome.
And then,
Dude.
Against the Lancers too.
yeah, I made sure it's
Fuck
against Omaha.
Omaha,
So yeah,
dude.
so Vince can get
Hell
riled up.
yeah, dude.
And then
Wow.
there's
What is happening?
I ran out of time, but you guys get 1 free drink / appetizer voucher from me. So we go out to the game. We'll go out for drinks pouring it.
Oh, okay.
I'll buy everybody around. That's part of the
Holy
gift.
cow.
Well, I didn't.
Wait,
get-
are you coming?
I didn't. I didn't
Oh
expect
yeah, for
this
sure.
at all.
Okay.
Unless you don't want me to, then
No. I was just making sure. I was like, is it just a guy date between me and Tim? Or what?
no, it's the 3 amigos.
Okay, hell yeah.
Well,
Fuck
thank
you.
you.
I didn't want to give myself
February
a
5th.
ticket.
I didn't
That's
get
very
you
fucking-
anything because you're out drinking, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to tempt you.
That's fine. Well, you shouldn't give me anything anyway. I didn't. Do
I tried to
anything.
tempt him earlier, and he's.
Well, thank
Good
you.
on
Yours
you.
is
The
steel.
iron, the
I'll-
iron will, dude. I respect.
Just wait 1 week, it's all gonna be gone.
Well, then
so
Well, I thought if any day it was gonna happen, it was gonna be today, but maybe it just
should've.
hasn't settled.
It's probably a good thing that I'm still not drinking because dry January was a must for me because now I actually have to work through these emotions of the Titans losing.
Yeah.
Last year I just got really drunk and it was like, oh, I hate football, blah blah blah. And you're like, oh, it's funny. Now I'm actually working through these emotions and these feelings, and I actually have to sit with them and think about it and look at my life as a whole and why I put so much value into something that I can't control. So there's going to be a lot of soul searching tonight that wouldn't have been done, wouldn't have been able to be done with alcohol. Anywho, don't know how that got back to myself. This is a thank you for still showing up 200 episodes later. You guys, you get no monetary value from this, or literally, and you guys get nothing. So this is the least I can do.
This is how he keeps us from asking. Well, for money.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos, take notes. If you don't want your employees to unionize, just give them alcohol. Nobody will ever argue.
A bottle of Hennessy and Stars tickets. Hell yeah.
So yeah, the
dude.
Lincoln Stars are, if you're unaware, they're the local hockey
Union
team.
Schmunion
Yeah.
is what I say.
But have you guys ever sat in the John Henry's Plumbing club seats?
I have not.
I've literally only ever sat.
It's cool. We get a
in
table.
two different
we get
seats.
We get a table.
Do
in
we get a
front of us.
waiter?
Oh shit!
I don't think we get a waiter, but we get our own private
own
bathrooms
bar?
and our own bar.
That's
Oh,
sweet.
shit.
Yeah, no,
I don't know. They were pretty vague on it. I tried getting us in the suite,
Yeah.
but the Airs and Airs suite is sold out, and so is the Empyrean suite or whatever. But
I can't wait to just scream at Omaha Lancer fans and players. They're literally children, and I will call them every name under the sun.
can't wait to yell at kids.
Oh, I love it. I don't give a shit about your kid.
You shouldn't be playing hockey.
Yeah,
Just like getting yelled
yeah.
at. Did you just drink some Henny?
I just had a little sip.
Was it good?
It's okay. It's weird. I never had cognac before.
You've never had cognac?
Mm,
Really?
no.
Yeah, I've never had
So
Hennessy, but
strange.
I was gonna drink some when the Titans won the Super Bowl, but
I see why it's a sipper. I mean, it's kind of
can I
it's
smell?
it's like whiskey, but it's
It's usually a little sweeter.
yeah, a little bit. But I mean,
We used to
That's good.
dip your cigar butt end in the cognac, and then smoke it, and it
mm.
That
gives
sounds
it-
amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's
I liked it
really
with
I should have bought cigars. Sorry.
good. No, this is great, man. I'm so excited for a fucking hockey game now.
Dude, yeah, it's been so long.
So
It's been like
It's on February 5th, so mark it off
6
the
years.
calendars. We're going. The game's at what, 5,
Yeah.
6?
Don't forget Jackass Forever, February 4th.
Okay.
Don't forget.
I already did.
No, don't. Do I have to buy tickets for you guys already?
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna go otherwise.
Okay.
Unless it's on HBO Max.
I don't think so.
no.
Yeah.
I
So-
think
and it has a weird Friday
HBO is like
release
ending
date.
their thing with the thing this year. Anyways, they're not doing any more. I think Matrix was the last one they were doing.
Yeah, studios are like, okay, cut that out.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
can go get COVID. We don't care. We just need to make our money. But yeah, so we'll go out on Saturday, like 3 or 4.
Fuck
Get
yeah.
some drinks or some apps, and then go get a little weird and yell at some kids.
Fuck
Hell yeah.
That's what
And referees.
that's
Don't
what this
forget.
podcast is all about.
Hell yeah.
It's about drinking beers and yelling and belittling anybody who's an official or a referee and
Yeah.
anybody under the age of like 16.
Yeah. Apparently can't do that.
They go up to like
When-
21 in the USHL, okay? So.
Oh, do they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're fair game then.
Oh, yeah. For
I thought
sure.
they were all like high schoolers.
Oh, most of them are. Most of them.
There's a few oldies in
yeah,
there.
yeah.
They just bring in the old guys to supply the alcohol to the younger guys.
Those are the kids that like couldn't make it into college because of their grades and stuff. Like they may play great, but they just can't do well enough in school. So
At least they have a fallback. It's nice to have a fallback.
yeah,
The podcast is our fallback. So we're like the 21-year-olds of podcasting.
to be 21 again.
So yeah, 200 episodes. We started this 2018.
Yes.
I don't know how many years.
It's
we're fastly.
It's been
approaching
4 years. It'll be 4 years in February, I think. We've been doing this somehow.
Wow. Yeah, it's kind of a failure of a podcast.
It's not a failure. Jeez,
No,
you guys
I-
are harsh.
We're just slow growers.
I do want to say though, I think it's impressive, especially that you guys stuck with it, because, and this is, I don't mean to take any sort of shots. No, this isn't directed towards anybody in particular. So Grady, this doesn't have anything to do with you. But there's a lot of people who get together and they get high or they drink and they're like, oh, let's start a podcast because everybody wants to hear what we have to say about everything. So let's do it. And then all these people all over the place start podcasts, and then 5 episodes in, they're like, well, we're not making money off this yet, so let's hang up shop. We don't have time for this. So the dedication that you guys have put in is much appreciated.
Yeah.
Again, and
I mean, that's all you. I mean, if you said, I'm not doing this anymore, I would have probably been like, okay, can we still hang out and drink? I don't know.
But most content creators, I mean, it takes. I've seen like an average is like about 4 years before they actually start seeing any sort of like income from it.
Okay, so this thing's about to blow up.
Oh,
Yeah.
This thing's about to blow up.
right there.
We've actually seen income,
And-
so that's pretty good.
Right, and the big and also another big thing that I've seen is that you don't do it for money. Obviously, money's nice, but don't do it for money. Do it because it's fun, which this has been a blast. But do it for fun, and then you have fun. People will notice you eventually. So we're getting there.
Oh.
We're still at 0 views on YouTube.
Grady!
I told him. I gave him a heads up.
I
Bastard.
sent him a direct message.
Your child should be in bed by now, and you don't watch football. What's the excuse?
What a smart man. Also, if you're out there listening to this, do not text me about the Titans. Okay? I understand. I know they lost. I don't need.
That's why I just send you gifts. I mean, I'm not.
Those always make me smile.
Yeah.
At least Tim's
The-
gifts make me
the
smile.
I had the. Let's see, what was it?
The Brendan Fraser one was
Yeah.
top notch.
And after the field goal, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I sent the hide the pain Harry.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah.
But I was already in a deep spiral rage at that point. So
Yeah.
well, sweet. What are we gonna talk about then? Besides my feelings and 200 episodes.
I mean, we could. The hope dope is starting to really flow for Husker football again.
No, I told you I'm done.
It's too,
I don't care
I don't
about
wanna
what
talk
you
about
say.
football.
I don't give a fuck
it's
what you
too
say.
early for the hope dope on the.
Too early? Are you kidding me? You seeing all this, like all these transfer pickups that we're picking up, and the 4-star recruits that we're getting, and the actual like decent coaching staff that we're actually picking up? This is getting really hard to ignore.
We talk about this every.
I know, and it sucks.
It'll
Baby's sleeping.
it'll be amazing if we don't screw this up.
That's a big if.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't want to talk about this. I've been hurt
Yeah.
enough today. I don't need to get my
Okay,
hopes
I
up on anything
haven't.
else.
Again,
What if,
you could take a back seat to this episode if you'd like. We know
what
you
if,
need
what,
to.
if, what if the Broncos just like hired like Vance Joseph again or something?
It's not. Why would you say that?
Look, the
Because
go.
you're-
That would never happen.
You're not respecting my pain, so
Has that ever happened where a coach has been rehired after being fired?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah,
I can't-
probably
there,
not.
There was one team that's like that retained an interim, I believe, as like a
Right, but I'm saying like after firing a head coach.
Yeah, there's no coming
Yeah.
back from that. That's strange.
Yeah.
The U.S. soccer team did it. Bruce Arena.
That's true. Yeah. It hasn't been the
Yeah.
worst so far.
No, that's where Greg Bell.
Oh, that's
Berhalter-
right, yeah.
Bruce is the one who
Bruce
missed
is
the
yeah,
boat.
very
Yeah.
bad. Bruce is very bad.
Nobody's hired anybody yet, though, as far as coaches.
Yeah, well, no, everybody's
it's
waiting
been
for
too early.
Kind of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Seeing who to poach.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't sure. I don't know. I'm kind of surprised nobody's pulled the trigger on Brian Flores yet. I mean, the NFL should probably be under a little bit of pressure since crap. Now I'm blanking on his name. Steelers head coach
Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin is the only remaining black head coach in the NFL right now.
I almost made a bad joke, but
Mike Vrabel's half black. Yeah, no, Brian Flores will get a job. I think there's Eric Bieniemy will probably get
Yeah,
a job here too.
Definitely should. Raheem Morris will probably get poached too, even though I think he needs another year.
I think Raheem
needs
Morris
it-
will have another year. He just,
Please.
I don't
Because it
know,
always happens.
I think he actually did a good job with Atlanta when he was in interim
Yeah.
last year. I don't know. I wouldn't mind Raheem Morris. He deserves it. Anybody who goes to Tampa Bay besides Bruce Arians deserves another chance after they got fired because, I mean, they went through a cycle there that was painful. All right, here's a fun news article. Actually, it's not a news article. This is history. The British Secret Service used semen as invisible ink during World War I. But they stopped the practice later on because of the smell.
You know those trees that smell like cum?
What?
Those trees, they have like usually white like blossom like with
Tim's a tree
white.
guy.
Yeah.
Oh, like pear trees.
A pear tree?
Yeah.
They don't grow pears.
Oh, you're talking about
Does
the
this
the ones with white flowers are usually like on the streets or
Hold on,
whatever.
does this bring a whole new meaning to a partridge and a
Or I
pear
guess
tree?
I know one
The
of
Bra-
my
the
girlfriends
Brad-
she said it smelled like they smelled like period blood, but
They do stink. Those flowers when they go off, they do kind of stink, and the wood itself stinks as well.
yeah.
What do they call those? They're not Bradford pear. That's a different thing.
Tim, I thought you were a
Maybe
tree
it is.
guy. You should know every tree off the top of your head.
I don't know. I can't remember. They're actually trying to get rid of a lot of those now because they're considered an invasive species of tree. And they're also
invasive.
They
Talk to the person who planted it.
well the city used them along a lot of city streets or in the city right of way because they're in like the developments they were building like 20 years ago or longer ago because they're pretty in the spring because they have the white flowers and everything, but in the wild they reproduce really quickly and they choke out other native species, and they're piles of crap because they're weak and they don't live that long, or they're not viable that long because they just fall apart.
It also doesn't say in here what kind of semen was used. So, like, were these MI6 secret agent
They could
guys,
use
like just using their own semen, or?
I mean, I would think.
No,
it would
okay,
be,
so they did. So it says, so they stopped using it because of the smell, and then also it raised questions over the masturbatory habits of the agents.
Hey, we need more ink. I'm on it.
Wait, no, it's my turn.
I'm already mixing up a batch.
It's a good cover though when your wife walks in. You're like, oh, this is for work, honey. Don't worry about it. This is for the national security.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Wasn't there like because Kurt Cobain used to paint, and I think he used to. I thought the story was, or at least I remember hearing that he would seal his paintings with his semen.
I've never heard that before. That's a fascinating.
Yeah.
Is there a song there? Hopefully, there's a song that's about that accompanies that.
I don't know.
That'd be cool.
Not sure, but I don't know why that made me think of that. But
Kurt Cobain was a weird dude.
Yeah, you know.
I was thinking about this earlier today. Like a really, I don't know. Are there famous painters anymore? Like people who do art, are they famous anymore?
Banksy.
I've never heard of that.
I've heard of him, but
What?
I know James Franco is a painter.
And
But I was thinking some famous painter, somebody who's really good at painting. When they catch COVID, because everybody's catching COVID now, when they catch COVID, they should like put a bunch of paint like in their mouth and then cough on the canvas, and it would be a COVID painting, and that's historical.
that was dumb.
It'd make a cool effect.
Then
Yeah.
then paint. You should paint them.
I'm not a good painter.
Yeah,
I guess it wouldn't matter because it's
It's
abstract
just
art.
art. Yeah,
Coughing.
it's just.
But I don't
art.
have COVID, so
I mean,
I
honestly,
guess I'll probably get it someday.
like most artists, painters.
Artists.
What?
Huh?
What?
Artist.
Altice.
Are you trying to make an accent or an autistic joke? What do you
I
go
don't-
for?
If you're putting paint in your mouth and spitting on
It's
it,
just like
let's be honest.
it's like poets and all them. They usually don't receive fame until
Yeah,
after
until
after
afterwards.
they're dead.
It's a
It
very
seems
thankless
like
job.
yeah.
What's weird Shakespeare was probably famous though at his time, right?
I assume so.
I know very little about
He
Shakespeare.
he was a playwright. I mean, playwrights are usually fairly famous.
Authors and-
Authors are famous because that's a medium that's a
Well, nowadays,
go
I mean,
and
if you look back
see.
then, who was that? Edgar
He had
Allan
a-
Poe
he-
wasn't really famous
I mean,
or popular.
yeah, he died pretty poor.
He was also bad with his money and
Yeah.
kind of just a terrible
was he?
person. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was, I think he was like an alcoholic or a druggie or something like that.
Let's not judge here,
Yeah.
He was
Vince.
into. Well, I'm pretty.
And somehow got buried in Baltimore.
Didn't he also like marry a family member or something?
Probably.
Listen,
We're
everybody in the
we're
1800s
we're standing
married their
we're
cousins.
we're
Come on.
standing on the shoulders of freaks. That's just what happened.
Hold on,
back
did
then.
you come up with that line?
Well,
I did not, but
I like that line. I've never heard that.
there's a comedian, Henry Phillips, has a song called "Standing on the Shoulder of Freaks."
I like
It's
it. I dig it.
He's a guitar comedian. Kinda
when we
thing.
and we like forget like how much influence like certain people have had on like humans to this day, like Genghis Khan. Like,
Oh yeah,
it's incredible. Like
we're all probably related
we
because of Genghis Khan.
maybe a little bit, but the biggest thing, yeah, is like it's like some incredible amount of Asia has
it's like
can
a
trace lineage back
it's like
to
a
Genghis Khan.
4% or something like that. It's,
Yeah,
it's huge.
It's incredible.
in
And then-
Mongolia or just
No,
in
in the-
Asia,
just
in
Asia.
the world probably I would imagine has
Huh.
like some incredible
What about-
statistics.
Just
what
look
about
up on
Al-
the laptop.
what about
That's a
Alexander?
pretty famous stat.
What about Alexander the Great? We're talking about sowing seed a lot here.
But I'm saying Edgar Allan
Our
or
big seed sowing episode.
Genghis Khan though was like on another level. Like every empire before his was like
Yeah,
nothing.
Alexander just got drunk and killed his own friends.
Yeah.
Genghis
Well,
Khan
they
was
they both
populating the earth.
they both
And-
took over quite a big chunk of Asia.
Yeah, but I'm
and
saying, but Genghis Khan was a little more busy while he was taking over that big chunk.
Yeah,
getting
and also it was,
busy.
and it was kind of like I know this is like a stereotype that like Asian people are short, right? But there's some like actual fact to that because that was another thing is that if you were taller than Genghis Khan, he just killed you. And so if that's happening, that genetic
that real?
yeah.
he GMO'd
Yeah,
Asia.
so like like that gene like to be taller is going to
Yao Ming
get-
is not
yeah,
the
he's
descent,
not, related to
the
Genghis
descendant
Khan,
of
or
Genghis
he's-
Khan.
or his family was fortunate enough not to come in contact with
He's a
any of
survivor. His family
Khans.
was survivors.
Yeah,
The
but
Mings were survivors.
Yeah.
yeah, so like Genghis Khan is he's an incredible. And I don't necessarily mean that as like, oh, he's a great guy. I just mean he's like an incredible person of history just because
Yeah.
how he's influenced human
The
like,
species.
species. Like, yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, Alexander the Great did a lot of things, but he was more of like a conquer the area. Okay, we own you now. You can govern yourselves. We're gonna move on. Ooh, trying a little bit of the Hennessy, huh?
It's gonna be mixed with a little bit of the.
Ooh, that'd actually be pretty good with the black IPA.
It's just gonna be a little bit.
Can't be bad.
Skip. Now I just need a black and mild. And you go skip,
Was that your
skip.
Shannon
About them
Sharp impression?
Cowboys.
You not take offense to that, Vince? He's
What's what?
butchering
What?
Shannon.
Skip.
He's butchering Shannon Sharp.
Skip.
Shannon Sharp can defend himself. I don't
Yeah.
have to. Fair enough.
He will.
That dude is ruthless.
If
so it's
if
like,
if this goes to YouTube, he will find
Yeah.
me and he will kill me.
he won't kill you. He'll kill you on the internet.
yes.
He'll
Yes.
kill-
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'll tag
know.
him. I'll send this on Twitter.
I'm surprised at how many people he'll respond to on there.
We have a
he
chance.
he responds to just nobodies on there because he'll be like, "Look, Shannon Sharp, you were wrong about this," and then he'll explain how he
goes
was
off.
not wrong about it or how like some other factor came in, and it's just like hilarious. I love Shannon Sharp. I don't know how he puts up with Skip Bayless all the time. I don't know how he can
Skip
be friends with
it's an
Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless is not a
can't-
real person.
Yeah, it's
Right. yeah.
Shannon Sharp is a real person. Skip just kind of goes wherever.
Skip-
I just don't know if I could be friends
Yeah.
with somebody like that.
He's probably
And
not friends with him.
And
I think there are friends though.
Probably because
Yeah.
on screen he just says stupid stuff.
although
I know, but I don't. But again, that's me. I have a hard time separating art from artist. I can't. It's really hard for me to do.
true.
So
and honestly, like I'm sure the Undisputed show gets a huge bump up when the Cowboys lose in such magnificent magnificent fashion as they did, because I even tuned in the next day and I was like, okay, I gotta see.
See, I don't watch it because it's almost WWE.
Oh, it is awful. Like most of the afternoon sports shows are awful, and I had a really bad time this week. I've been really, really excited for this weekend, and I'm sure you were before today too,
I was.
Tyler. Like, I don't know, it hasn't been like this before. Like this divisional round weekend, but after they recycle so much shit, it's like you've seen it over and over again, and I didn't have, but I still crave sports television for the first time in a long time. That's a problem. I didn't really like it.
Just wait.
I don't know why. I think I'm turning into an old man.
Tom Brady's just going to
faster.
annihilate the Rams, and then you're going to feel exactly how I feel tomorrow.
That's why I picked it. That's why I voted for today. So your pain was fresh and not mine tomorrow.
I can handle my pain better than you can.
Yeah. I don't. I'm not. I don't want to talk about tomorrow. Whatever happens.
Let's preview the game, guys.
I hope that Green Bay wins tonight. Although I want a rematch with either one, 49ers or Green Bay.
You do not want a rematch with the
Probably not.
Worry about the Buccaneers first, Tim.
Right, but just saying.
Yeah, I was really excited for the rematch against the Bills and or the Chiefs too.
Although, according to your own thing, you beat them in the regular season. They have your number in the playoffs.
I was hoping that the jinx could be reversed and undone.
Yeah.
I thought Vrabel was good enough to undo it, but I guess I was wrong because
Mm-hmm.
we can't even beat.
There it is. There's the break.
Everybody hurts.
He was holding up so well for so long.
Sometimes.
It was all for the podcast. Now you just dug it out of me.
But here's a fun little fact about Genghis Khan. Since I was looking it up while we were talking.
Yeah,
Don't
okay.
change the subject,
Yeah,
Tim.
right, we're back.
He could be responsible for as many as 40 million deaths, lowering the world population by 11% at the time, as much as 11% at the time.
Is that considered genocide, or is that is that above?
He
genocide?
didn't focus on one person, like one group
one
of
group,
people.
it's just-
Yeah,
History.
was
The
tall-
History Channel is your source.
What's wrong with History Channel? It's literally
It's the same.
history.
It's the same channel that plays more about aliens and which apparently probably are real, but it's a lot of
Aliens, okay.
lot of BS
Let's clear
on
one
History
thing up
Channel.
real fast, okay?
Before we get back to the History Channel, let's
Yeah,
talk about
aliens are certainly real. Okay, I want to make that very blatant.
Undis-
It is
Disputed.
it is probable.
It is statistically impossible for there not to be other life in the universe.
Yeah, I agree.
'Kay.
But
But it is also statistically impossible
We know
for
that.
aliens to have visited Earth at any point in human history or in Earth's history.
But what about the
Yet.
And statistically impossible for them to ever be here ever.
What about the UFOs?
What about them? They're
That they
unidentified
admitted.
flying objects. We did not identify them. People forget that first word, I guess, in UFO. Unidentified.
So
Didn't identify it. That means it's not a fucking alien.
So that means it's
that we know of.
China.
It could be so many things.
What are you getting here? What are you getting at here, Tim? With your
He
UFO
just likes to see
thing?
me fired up.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's all it is. He just
This-
wants to see me fired up.
I'm turning this crank.
So
Because
anyway, back to,
again, stats and facts don't matter to you two. So
what are you talking
Well,
about?
I'm just.
I agree with everything you
I
just
was.
said.
I was mostly just. I don't think the History Channel is the. I don't disagree with whatever the stat was that you brought up there.
Hey, do
but
you want to look at Wikipedia? Where else are you going to look up a Genghis Khan about, Tim? If the History Channel doesn't have it, well, who else is going to have it?
I mean,
hold on, yeah, I'll go back. No,
Maybe,
hold on.
maybe like
Oh, back too far.
Forward.
university of some sort or.
Why would a government publicly funded university have more factual information?
What
than-
about Britannica? They do
What's
encyclopedias.
Yeah.
What's Britannica?
They do encyclopedias.
Yeah.
And stuff.
So does Wikipedia.
fine. I'll look at theirs.
Here's my
Okay.
theory.
Okay.
All information is a lie. Everything's just a lie. I don't believe anybody about anything. No websites.
There,
Everything that Vince is going to tell me,
This-
I know is a
Well,
lie.
this is all a simulation, anyways.
That's
so.
true.
you're going you're going all in on the post truth age we live in. Then
I have to, Tim. The
Mm.
Titans just lost to the Bengals. What else am I supposed to do? I have nothing left.
Mm.
I'm excited. I'm going to play Skyrim.
Yeah.
After you guys leave, I'm just going to go play Skyrim. I'm going to get lost in a fantasy
Oh,
world
yes.
for like 10 hours straight and then go to sleep and then wake up tomorrow and probably feel this pain all over again. And then I'll have to deal with it tomorrow.
I seriously thought about buying that today, but then I saw it's still $50.
Worth
It's
it.
it's
worth
newly
more than-
released.
Worth more than $50. I'd pay $100 for Skyrim.
Seriously, Tim. $50 is like one of the best values. It's probably the best value for a video game ever, just because like of the play time and the replay
the
value.
hours and replayability of content you get out of it. Go buy. What else are you gonna spend $50 on?
I don't know.
I'll gift it. I'll literally buy it for you, Tim. I'm not
Heating.
kidding.
I was kind of hoping you had it on disc so I could on the Xbox so I could borrow it, but you don't. No. Okay.
No, Tim.
No.
I haven't had it. I haven't owned a physical. That's not true. I bought a physical copy of Skyrim purely for the box because it was like
Well, you
it was
probably
like
have,
some special the first special edition they
deluxe,
released.
the deluxe.
You probably have it
with
on
all
your-
the DLCs and stuff, and it was for PC.
for your yeah.
But it
Oh,
came
I
with a
figured.
Steam key because that's what you do. You buy the digital versions of games.
Yeah.
Long gone are the days of physical copies of things.
Yeah.
Besides books, maybe.
I bought the physical copy of Dune the other day.
Did you get the pain box? Have you seen that?
What? No. I just got the
There-
4K.
Oh, well, apparently I saw an article something about I think it's a Walmart thing, and it's a they always get those sort of as exclusive things. But it's the pain box. I'm pretty sure it was real, but I don't know. Can't remember where I saw it. It looked pretty cool.
My
Anyway,
Black
did you find
IPA
any
is
more?
all gone.
Did you find any more about Genghis
Well,
Khan?
because I'm on Britannica,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, that means it's gonna be like in long form, where it shows all the
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not 4K.
Well, why wouldn't they do that then?
I don't know.
It says Blu-ray.
Yeah. So I didn't buy it. That's my point. Are you shaking your head at me or Walmart?
Kind of both. That's kind of weird.
I mean, that movie needs to be seen in
make
4K.
yeah.
That's
Well, that's kind of weird that they would make that special edition box and not make it the highest
yeah,
thing available.
that is strange.
You know.
I agree.
Sure.
That's crazy. We went 3 weeks in a row talking about Skyrim. This is Skyrim podcast.
yeah.
now.
Dude, we could
It is.
we could form this into an Elder Scrolls lore like podcast.
Tim will just slowly be pushed out.
I gotta-
Why would you?
I gotta
why would
pee
you wanna
anyway.
Leave? I don't understand. It's
I will-
so
I'm-
deep and
I will-
rich and
I will be honest, and this might be kind of sad, but Skyrim's helped out a lot with dry January. It really has. Like, it's like, so here I am. I can't drink, so I got to sit here with all my thoughts and emotions and feelings. And like, well, you know what? I actually don't have to sit here with them. I can go get lost in a fictitious world and do whatever I want in that world, and then I don't have to deal with anything I'm thinking about or feeling. So-
escapism.
Yeah, it's a great
It's
alternative.
awesome.
Thank you, Elder Scrolls.
I'm saying, man, like I see a lot of podcasts about certain pop culture lore. They do pretty well.
We could just
I'm
read
saying.
TES lore and just go deep.
It's so convoluted though. It's crazy.
It
And
is.
and that's the tough part too, is that because like your headcanon, that's canon. That is Elder Scrolls lore. Whatever you came up with for your character, boom. That's
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls lore. And it's just like, how? I can't. And I'm that's my own problem, is that I like set in stone things.
Yeah,
I
you like
love
statistics.
Yeah,
and
I like
history and
stats. I like
rules.
I like following an order to things, and yeah, it's tough. which is why it's been difficult with Warhammer too, because there's just so much openness to it.
So you love Star Wars then for the can. They have a legit canon.
Yeah, for sure. And then
It's something to fall back on.
right, and then but the thing is, I do like some aspects of it, like the whole Legends idea, where we can have some stuff that's more open to interpretation and stuff that you can
You have to
kind
find
of build upon
that. You have to
yourself.
find the nice balance
Yeah.
of real canon and head canon.
Yeah.
Once you can find that perfect balance, then you're good.
Yeah, and
Then you can fully
I think
escape and never-
Star Wars does a great job for it too.
Never live here in this world again.
It's great. This
Anyway,
world sucks.
Genghis Khan. Did you find it? Is it Khan or Khan?
Con.
And yeah, apparently Genghis wasn't his like real name. That was like a title that he gave himself, I think.
Yeah,
but-
that's where being a G came from.
yeah.
Sorry.
Da 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 da.
No, because he wanted me to go to fucking some other source other than History Channel, and when you do that, that means you have to read an entire article about it, and it's mostly just about like his personal life and not like.
Well, next time
What's
go
up
to
behind?
History for Dummies, then I guess.
Oh, that's more reliable.
Wait, hold on. How is Tim like the end all be all saying of what
I-
is
I was-
reliable and what's not on the internet?
I'm saying that the History Channel has not been a 100% reliable source for history for quite some time.
Well, just because they have oddity shows doesn't mean they don't have historical facts on their website or any of their books.
I don't know.
Did you ever see UFOs in the Bible? Hysterical.
Good God.
It's just so like
That's
you know when Moses
awful.
you know when Moses parts the Red Sea, it's because a spaceship flies over and the wind from the
The vapor
turbine
trail.
engines push the sea apart.
Hold on. So they believe that
Oh, I don't-
that
I'm just-
spacecraft are using turbine
I don't know what it is.
Oh.
They're saying the spacecraft flying over the sea is what.
so just displacing like
Yeah.
air, basically. Okay, because I was like, holy shit! If they're like, yeah, the turbine engines on this, it's like you're fucking kidding me.
That's where you're gonna get
I
upset
mean,
about. The
no,
whole
I would
thing.
definitely.
I mean,
get
it's
upset with that.
I don't
probably
know.
a-
I watched it when I was like 8. I don't
can't
remember.
believe that. So it was on that long ago. Yeah. History Channel's been dead that long.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching like the show Dogfights on there, which was just all about airplane battles throughout history,
Yeah.
and it was one of the
Well-
greatest shows ever.
It used to be like all World War II pretty much all the time when I was a
Well,
kid.
everybody has kind of sold out. I think. Like, is the Discovery Channel
Yeah.
legit? Is Animal Planet legit?
Mhm.
Or are they all just corporate conglomerates? What's the word I'm looking for, Tim? Conglomerate.
Yeah. yeah,
Okay,
it's a
corporate
word.
conglomerate. That's all these shows are anymore. These channels.
Yeah, basically.
It's just
Disney
Were
has
they- were
National
they-
Geographic, so there's that.
Yeah, they have Will Smith narrating one of the National Geographic shows specials.
Is that good or
And
bad?
ju-
I don't know. Or are you
I
just
don't
stating
know.
a fact?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't watched it, so I don't really have a valid opinion about it. But
I tried watching the Jeff Goldblum show.
Yeah, I don't
on
know what
on
that
Nat
had to do with
Geo.
National or Geographic.
It's on National Geographic.
I know, but I don't know what it had to do with either of those things.
It's
It was weird.
he goes around the United States as far as I could tell. I watched it to fall asleep and it did a good job. Jeff
Hey,
Goldblum's
have some
voice.
respect for
No,
Jeff
I
Goldblum.
love Jeff Goldblum, but he's got a very
Ooh, I would love I would love to
calming
hear
tone.
I would love to hear an audiobook done by Jeff Goldblum.
Awesome. Although I watched the Hot Ones with him, and he is such a puss.
What are you talking about?
the Hot Wings,
Oh,
the
Hot
inter-
Ones.
interview
Hot Ones,
Hot
okay,
Ones,
yep.
and he's like,
I didn't know we were
ah,
shifting that far from
ooh,
National Geographic.
because he's eating his sauce on vegan wings. He's like, I'm just gonna take a little bite. Oh,
That's a
like,
pretty good
oh,
Jeff Goldblum
ooh.
impersonation, Tim. What-
I'm not that is not feeling great.
What's his what's the quote from Jurassic Park? Life finds a way. Do that.
Life finds a way.
Nice. I dig it. I like that.
you really like his impressions.
No, I hated the one earlier.
Oh, okay.
This one was good.
The Shannon Sharp one.
Yeah,
I
Shannon
forgot
Sharp
about
was
that.
disrespectful. I mean, it's hilarious. Big fan of the Jeff Goldblum one.
Thank you.
You really like
Think about
impressions.
I'm just a big impression guy. It's fine.
Yeah, that's really weird.
I don't think I am though. Like I think I'm just trying to. It's like when you improv. Have you ever taken drama class or done any sort of improv?
This is all natural, baby.
So improv, you always say yes. You never say no to what somebody says.
Right.
So when Tim starts doing his terrible impersonations, I'm like, oh yes, that's good, that's funny, let's keeping it going, keeping it going. I don't think I actually do like it. I do like Frank Caliendo.
Frank Caliendo's
Great impression.
yeah.
Outside of that, though, I don't know if I actually,
Gotta-
I don't know if I like impersonators, especially when they're Tim.
Frank Caliendo's impression of Madden doing coke is pretty hilarious. I don't know if you heard that one.
Yeah, but
Rest is hilarious.
Frank Caliendo is so good. Not just because he's such a good interpreter, but he's a comedian too. Like what he does with the content, the materials, that's what makes it so funny. I think it's not just his impressions, but
yeah.
Big Frank Caliendo podcast.
We changed subjects so much. It's incredible.
The Fox, because he kind of did like the Fox morning skits for a while, didn't he?
Yeah,
And then
they hired that one guy from Step Brothers.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're always okay now, but I think we're better probably. I don't know. I guess I don't know
if you ever
catch
listen to
them
any
that often.
podcasts or anything with Frank, like it's legitimately a job to him.
Yeah.
He goes and he does his gigs and his promos, and then he gets on a plane and flies right back home.
Gotcha.
Like he doesn't have that love for it anymore. I don't think he's made a living off it, and he's here to work. And then when he's not working,
checks.
yeah, just got to cash his check and go home, be with his family. Which I get it. Totally understandable. Any other fun facts about Genghis Khan or any other historical?
I'm not going to read all this.
Historical
We
conquerors?
should probably go for 200 minutes. You know.
Oh my gosh, Sam, we wouldn't make it. I need more.
Are you kidding me?
I need alcohol to get us 200 minutes.
What are we at?
61 minutes.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, very, very, very long way away.
Yeah.
I did not do nearly enough preparation to last
we'll
200 minutes.
We'll just filibuster and read. We'll just read.
It's going to be
read
illegal
something.
soon.
No, it won't.
What?
Oh, they're trying to make filibustering illegal.
So that the Senate can move shit along.
Yeah.
Can somebody
actually do their job?
filibustering to me?
It's when on like the Senate and House of Representatives floor, like they're discussing a bill, and to prevent it from going to a vote, somebody will stand up and they have the unlimited amount of time to speak about it.
Okay,
so they will speak until everybody loses interest and it dies.
Who's the actor who does the really funny filibuster on Parks and Rec? I'm blanking on his name. He's kind of the fat, high-pitched actor, comedian guy. His wife died a little while back. I'm being very disrespectful. He's hilarious, but I'm blanking
Patton Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt. There it is.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah.
That's how you remember. That's how you remember.
That's how I know what a filibuster is.
His wife died of horrible cancer.
Yeah.
Speaking of filibusters, here's now I got some more history facts for you.
Ooh.
Some of the most famous filibusters, longest filibusters in U.S. history. One of them, done by Strom Thurmond.
Yeah,
in
great guy.
1957.
I'm a big Strom Thurmond guy.
Anyways, he still holds the record for the longest filibuster at 24 hours and 18 minutes.
What was that?
What was it about?
I'm guessing.
Longest uninterrupted filibuster.
Who wouldn't just say, "All right, dude"?
Probably something about ending the Jim Crow laws in the South. I would assume.
Yeah, I don't remember,
Something
but
like that.
he went
Big
above
racist.
and beyond to prepare for this, though, because if you leave the floor, you're done. So for 24 hours and 18 minutes, that means he couldn't leave to go to the bathroom, eat.
He just pissed his pants?
No, he apparently would go. He apparently took some steam baths and hot the steam rooms and stuff to try and just sweat out. as much
Yeah, but if you're
bodily
talking
fluids
but if
as
you're
he
talking
could.
that long, man, your throat's gonna get dry.
He
You
had
gotta
a-
drink something.
He had a guy on standby with a piss bucket. That's what this is.
Wow.
It's good to be king.
We should really instill filibustering into this podcast.
That'd be fun.
That's what I just said. If,
But anyways-
if we want to take it to 200 minutes,
And just to let you know why you shouldn't be like, yeah, big strong Thurman guy.
No idea who he is.
Yeah,
Just for the
'cause
record.
the
Never heard of him.
The bill that he was filibustering was the
Civil-
Civil Rights Act.
Civil Rights Act, which didn't get passed until after
Yeah, it still
till
it passed.
till
So
Lyndon B. Johnson was in office, which was like after 1965
Oh my
or something
gosh,
like
imagine being so passionate about that
that. Yeah.
that you for 24 hours. That's insane.
one guy, Huey Long in 1935.
I'm a for real though. I'm a big Huey Long guy.
Well, he's from Louisiana, so let's hold
In
on a minute.
1935, so
Yeah, but apparently he.
I actually don't know
he-
who he belongs
to stay on the floor and speak. He was reciting Shakespeare, talking about recipes.
That's a big one. Recipe reading is usually a big filibuster tactic.
How is
Yeah.
So wait, hold on. Back to the. So is this good? We're making this illegal.
It should be because it either vote on it. It's just a
Yeah,
ki-
if
it's a
people are-
kill.
if
It's a
people are
kill.
reading
It's killed.
Recipes.
They're this is such a waste of time for one thing, and it completely kills the floor, and the bill has to be passed over because the time runs out, and
All right, so
It
let me,
has to be
let me get this
redone
right
and-
since I'm uneducated and stupid. So filibustering is like.
I mean I don't understand it to a T, but that's what I get out
So
of it.
ipso facto,
is-
so let's say I'm introducing a bill and Tim doesn't like that bill, so he'll just start filibustering
yeah,
Correct. Yeah.
yeah.
in order to prevent that bill from being passed.
From going
Yeah.
going to a vote, like
Genius.
it makes it disappear if you
That's-
you have the fortitude to stand
I'm
or
gonna
to
start
stand there for
anytime we
24
do,
hours.
Tim, anytime we do a segment, so like next week when we do our top 5 list of whatever I decide it's going to be,
Uh-huh.
when you start to do your top 5, I'm just going to start filibustering so nobody has to listen to your opinions anymore.
That's kind of what happens. I mean, usually you bring it around and then talk about.
But this time I'll officially filibuster.
You interrupt me quite a bit to talk about and bring it back to what you were talking about.
Skyrim.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, Skyrim.
So, but yeah, just wait. Now that I know there's an official term for it, Tim, you're done. There's gonna be a lot of. That's just me being a dick. Now we're gonna go full filibustering. I'm gonna go full filibustering on that ass.
You
Look
can go
out.
as far as this guy,
Well-
Alphonse D'Amato, in 1992. Great year, by the way.
Hmm.
Shout out.
Yeah. He's second longest filibuster in U.S. history at 23 hours 30 minutes, where he just started reading the phone book. Oh, that is good. This is
Tim, you're gonna be amazed at the shit that I come up with to filibuster your time.
Yeah, you got to come prepared with and back then they had to have their people like just copy off shit here and there and bring
how does
bring
nobody
them.
just go slap that person in the face?
okay.
I
You
mean, if
wanna-
we're on
there's-
hour
there's
7
no-
and
you
they're
wanna-
talking about recipes or phone books,
I got it. I got
There-
you. Again, this is back. These were better times.
Mhm.
1917, Wisconsin Senator Robert
LaFleur?
LaFollette.
Robert LaFleur?
You know,
Float La
LaFollette. I don't know.
Flotte.
Some stupid
Lafleur.
French name.
Let's fillet.
He almost incited a riot at his filibuster. So, what is it? He said he was one of the. This is when the senators could carry
This
weapons
is
into
World War One.
Yeah, congressmen, because there wasn't a woman yet, but
yeah.
they
They
could
didn't
carry
have the right to
weapons.
vote yet.
Yeah, they could carry weapons into into Congress, and so one guy tried to stab another guy. One guy was packing his pistol.
This is how modern politics should be.
Honestly,
We wouldn't be in the situation we're in now if we could
Stop
If they
setting-
could just duel on the lawn, we would get a lot
I
more
know.
done.
Okay,
Like
listen.
instead of the filibuster, that's what they should do. Like, all right, I vote to end this filibuster, and I'm gonna take Mr. McConnell out on the front lawn, and we're gonna do 20 paces.
I'm just saying, like, I want to make this perfectly clear. Andrew Jackson was not a good person. That does not take away from the fact that he was a badass.
Yeah.
Okay? Terrible person.
We talked about this.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
that
I'm
was
just
that was
saying.
that was the last
Yeah.
Tim and Vince show, wasn't it?
That was 2 Tim and Vince shows ago. The last one you were talking
How
about.
are
some
you guys? How do you
conspiracy
guys
thing.
remember all this shit?
I don't know.
No, I
That's
thought
incredible.
that was the last Tim and Vince show. Or wait, there was one
The
surprise
last
one
one,
after.
yeah, you guys did like a Tim and Vince show about. It was about like, I don't even some conspiracy guy.
Well, it wasn't because it was the founder of McAfee and
There it is, yeah, McAfee. That's what I was looking for. Hey guys, I
Yeah.
have a confession.
What?
I almost just pulled my phone out to check the score of the Packers.
I checked it. It was 7-0.
I don't care. I don't want to hear it. Wait,
Well,
Still
I hear
7
you
and
more.
still
If you
7
care-
0
if you-
Packers.
If you don't care, you should be able to hear it and not care.
But I'm it's like if somebody's one day sober, you shouldn't be like, oh, here's a beer right in front of you. Like it shouldn't matter. You're sober for a day. Like I'm just coming off
Yeah. That's
off the
true.
high of football. So like that will send me into hearing the score will send me into relapses.
Well, that would make you weak, and you deserve it.
I'm getting a little bit scared because
Calling out anybody who has addiction problems.
Just get over it.
Just grow up.
if the score holds, and the Niners lose, it'll mean all the picks that I made on the ESPN app went opposite. So, and that's not good
Yeah.
because I picked my own team. I picked the Titans to win.
You son of a bitch.
I know.
All right.
Anyways,
So it's Tim's fault.
It's Tim's fault now. Tim and Ryan Tannehill colluded against me. All right.
Collusion.
We got anything else? Anything else?
No, if you're done,
But
I'm done.
yeah, we tried to filibuster talking about filibustering.
We
We're
filibustered
a little bit closer to 200 minutes, though, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Wait, 70 minutes yet?
Yeah. 71.
Ooh.
We filibustered.
We got 10
We
minutes.
filibustered for 10 minutes.
Whew.
Imagine it for 24
We are
hours.
not going to make it in Congress.
We never. Tim, that was never even an option.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
I
have got
can't-
kicked out because I would be the guy bringing
Yeah.
my pistol.
And none of us could
Vince
run.
would bring a musket to
Yeah.
Yeah. None of us could run for office because of our internet presence over the
the things that we've said on this podcast
yeah,
alone.
we'll be
would
dug up.
disqualify
We'll
us.
be dug up and drugged through the mud.
Even
It'll
if we
never
said
happen.
it sarcastically or in a joking manner.
Yeah. This whole podcast, yeah.
Well, I would for sure,
disqualified.
if I was a congressman, I would for sure have like the white gloves or whatever. And if I hated somebody, it's like Mitch McConnell, I'd be like,
Yeah.
taking them off finger by finger.
I do
and
want to talk.
slap him across. I challenge you to a duel, sir.
That is one thing that happened this last week. McConnell specifically said it was something because they're trying to pass a new Voting Rights Act, and he's like, "Well, African Americans vote at the same rate as Americans," and
A bit redundant.
So we don't need any more voting rights. That's silly. That's I don't or I
Tim,
don't know
I'm going to
exact
filibuster
quote.
you filibustering for your political activism, okay?
That's not political. It shouldn't be political.
Yeah, but you made it political, so here we are.
Remember, he's a big Thurman fan or
Yeah.
whatever.
That's my other
Jim
thing
Crow
is
boy.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure that Aaron Rodgers, if he wins the Super Bowl this year, will just run for president. That seems what he's going for.
I'd vote for Aaron Rodgers.
I wouldn't, but
Not a chance.
yeah. Now it seems like he's
Actually, I wouldn't.
he-
'Cause I don't
he's-
like football anymore.
he's really leaned into that thing. If you say enough stupid shit that people agree with, you can become president. That's my last thing, and I'm done.
Now it's my turn to filibuster, and we're gonna talk about the Warhammer book that I just read.